This year's new iPhones are expected to have a new rear triple camera setup. The reason why I said that so slow is because I kept saying rear tripper. New rear tripper like 20 times. Anyway, they're expected to have 3 cameras on the back, a lot like the new Samsung Galaxy S10 and 10 Plus. Well, let me show you the back. See the 3? And then there's 2 more in the front, so it's really 5, but we're only talking about the rear cameras in this video. Anyway, now on the Samsung, you have the wide, the telephoto, and the new super wide angle lens. On the current iPhone models that we only have a wide and a telephoto lens. And in my opinion, the most interesting comparison would be a super wide focal length on both. Unfortunately, we don't have a super wide angle lens on the iPhone to compare each other. But I think I could fix this and kind of make this comparison happen. Intro! What's going on, everybody? Tem the Everything Man here. As a creator, as a vlogger, one of the most important tools to keep on me at all times is a nice wide angle lens. Ideally, I prefer somewhere between 14 and 18 millimeters, but I could also make 20 and 24 work just fine. I have the new Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus here, and I also have an iPhone XS Max here. The widest camera on the iPhone is only 26 millimeters, so it's not that wide. Whereas we switch to the Galaxy S10 Plus, and the widest camera on this device is 12 millimeters wide, and that is super wide. So as it stands, it really wouldn't be that fair to do a wide angle shootout between both of these devices. But in this special little magical fairy dust pouch, I happen to have a SANDMARC 16mm wide angle adapter lens that goes on the iPhone. Now, it's only 16, it's not 12, but we kind of leveled off the playing field a little bit. The Samsung is a little bit wider, it's 4 millimeters wider, but let's see what happens. They're both super wide and they're both plenty wide enough to vlog with. So I'm gonna slap this bad boy on the back of this bad boy, and then we're gonna be comparing it with this bad boy, and we'll see which phone camera you bad boys and bad little girls like the best. Now real quick, I'm a 24 frames per second kind of guy. Unfortunately, on the Samsung Galaxy S10 and 10 Plus, and I think every single Samsung phone that's ever been released, you can't shoot 24 frames per second. All they have in this phone is 4K, 60 or 30 frames per second. So now I have to shoot 30 frames per second in order to get this video on the right timeline. I've downloaded third-party apps from the Google Play Store, but I have yet to find one that can shoot 24 frames per second and can access the new super wide angle lens on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So if you guys know of any that does both, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'd be happy to check it out. All right, so let's switch over to these two guys right here, and then you guys could decide for yourself which one you like better. All right, so this is the Galaxy S10 Plus super wide angle lens, and the audio you're hearing is coming straight out of the Galaxy S10 Plus. And the same goes for the iPhone when we switch over to that. Now, one of the things that I touched on in my Galaxy S10 camera video, which I'll leave a link right here, Samsung has incorporated some new electronic image stabilization into these phones, and what they're calling it is super steady mode. But when you turn it on, it switches the cameras over from the super wide angle lens to the wide angle lens, which tells me that that mode is only available on the wide camera. I personally think that super steady mode is permanently turned on as opposed to not available for the super wide angle lens. But that's just my opinion. Damn it, I forgot my gloves in the car. My fingers are frozen. It's so windy out today. So I guess we'll get a good test on how these phones handle wind noise. But as usual, just to give you guys, oh, we got some ice right here, hold on. We gotta hold off on that as usual. This is some shiny ice. See, all this ice is in the shade, so it hasn't melted yet. So I have to walk super duper careful. All right, we made it. We're in the clear. We're good. So as usual, I like to give you guys somewhat of an example on how far I have this phone or camera or whatever I'm reviewing at the time away from me. So I'll keep my arm exactly where it is right now. And that's what we look like. Got the elbow to ribs. We're tucked in nice, like a little boy getting ready for his bedtime story. And we're good to go. Now we could extend this even further and probably get it to like an 8mm camera. I mean, how wide do you need something? How wide is too wide? Because that's pretty damn wide right there. See, on camera it doesn't look like that big of a hill. And it's really not that big of a hill. But I'm gonna be out of breath because I'm always out of breath when I walk this. I still don't understand why Samsung hasn't added 24 frames per second to their stock camera app. I personally don't like third-party camera apps on Android. I think they're a lot better on iOS. Filmic Pro is phenomenal on iOS. Not so much on Android. See, I told you guys. I knew I was gonna be out of breath. Now we have more ice here too. That's some slick ice, but I'm just gonna walk where the ticks hang out. Right on the side here. Oh man, it's like all ice. How the hell is a person supposed to... How come nobody came and shoveled the woods? Alright, so now we're in a nice shaded area. No harsh sunlight on the skin. So how does the image quality look now? Because I really haven't seen it in this condition either. The only other time I filmed with this was on the last video, and the sun was just beaming off of my face like 80% of the video. So should we do like a short running test? There's not much distance to run here. I guess I could like walk up that hill a little bit and then run down it. I don't want to run up it. I have a heart attack. All right, let's try a little running test. Whoa. I don't have the right shoes on for this. So that's it for the Samsung. Let's switch it on over to the iPhone and see how we can compare the results. All right, so here is the iPhone XS Max using the SANDMARC 16mm wide-angle lens. What do you guys think? Initial thoughts right away. Usually your brain just says right away, oh, that looks better, that looks worse. We're in the same spot, same shady lighting condition as before. I mean, still pretty wide, even though it's a few millimeters tighter. It's pretty damn wide. Do a little walking test here. See how that image stabilization holds up. Again, pay attention to the microphones. Before we leave this area, let's do that same stupid running test that I almost killed myself with. It's gonna be a short one. It's just gonna be a little jog. I'm just gonna go jogging real quick. Which microphone sounds better, which image quality looks better. I wasn't doing any type of ninja walk with either one of these phones, just walking normal pace. And my left hand is frozen. We're gonna switch over to my weak hand.
Give me your other hand! Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough!
Now we're on a lot more flatter ground here, so this will be a better representation of the image stabilization, walking on a normal flat ground, and it's still a little rocky here. Hey, you know what, let's get a quick comparison of this nice little view we have here. Let's do the iPhone first. Next up, the Samsung. All right, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Our super wide angle shootout has ended. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. Maybe we'll name this little shootout a wide off. Instead of like a dance off, we'll call it a wide off. I don't know, maybe not, probably not. That was stupid. I'm embarrassed. Which one had better image stabilization? Which one had a clearer image? Which one did you like? Join the conversation below, let me know all about it. Please make sure you follow me on Instagram at @the_everythingman. If you like this video, I'd highly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you are not yet subscribed, I'd highly appreciate that as well. Until next time, this is your boy. This is your man, Tem the Everything Man, signing out. Thank you for watching. Salute.
Raise your hands up. Raise them out.